Welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java object-oriented programming playlist, we will learn OOPS concepts from the scratch. This is Java OOPS programming session number 12, static variables. If you're confident about learning, then like the video, subscribe the channel for more updates. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In our previous session, we have discussed about the overview of classification of variables, local variable, instance, and static. Now we'll discuss each and every variables with real-time examples. Definitely, it will be useful in projects and also a placement perspective. Okay, so keep kindly make a note of it. Static variable means it belongs to class. Instance variables means it belongs to object. The static data belongs to the class level, instance object level. Okay, so it's shared among all the objects. Which one? Static, because it is common for all. So when it will be a memory will be allocated means when class is loaded. When class is loaded, memory is allocated. Instance variables, when object created. Okay, instance variable, object is created. At the time only memory will be allocated. At the time only memory will be allocated. I hope you are clear with this. Am I right? Next, first we'll discuss with the static variable. A static variable means what is that? We are using the keyword static before that, then only can easily understand this is a static variable. It will be shared among all object. The class belongs to the class. We already discussed this here. Okay. Why it is called as a static variable? Okay, why this? There is a why static variable called as a class variable in Java means these are the key points, because it belongs to the class itself, not to any specific object. It is common for all. Okay. Next, it's shared by all instances of the class. It's all instances, all objects. It is common for all the objects. It's created and initialized when the class is loaded by the JVM, not when objects are created. These are the strong reasons static variables are called as the class variables. Static variables are called as the class variables. Okay. When you declare a variable as static, only mark my word, this is the important thing. Only one copy of the variable exists in the memory for the entire class. Okay, even 100 crores of peoples are living in India. The country name is common. What is it? India. So that only one copy for all the citizens. Same thing. Okay, even you can create 10 objects or 1,000 objects. Okay, so common thing is only one copy. If you're taking the mobile phone as an example, so Redmi I am taking. So Redmi is the company name for any type of models. Redmi 13 or Redmi 15, the company name is common. So that will be common for all the objects. So it's variables tied to class, not the object. So that's why we are calling it as a class variable. So how they are accessed from? Okay, so from main method, that is also static method, we can access. Normal methods also can access. Another class also can access. What is that? Another class also can access it. Okay, now we'll discuss it one by one. Mobile phone class, already having the code, we can take it to save the time. Where is Eclipse? Yeah, see here. So how to identify the static variable? We are using the static keyword. We are using the static keyword. So this variable is called as a static variable. This is common for any kind of object. Okay, how many objects you can create it? That all objects having the same value, company registration code 23. Okay. See here, I'm printing this value without important point. Note down this. Without object creation, I can able to access this static variable. Okay, because if you're using the static variable or static method, object creation is not required. It will save the memory. Okay, object creation is not required. Only it will be stored in the class area. Okay, we already mentioned this in our PDF itself. So here go to previous one. I will discuss that. I might stored in the method area. Stored in the method area. That's it. It won't get any special memory for this. It will be shared among all the objects. So object creation is not required. So if I'm printing this company registration, the 23 will be printed after this. Okay. After this, I have one minute. Yeah, I'm using the value. What is it? 10. So 10 plus that company registration code. What is it? 10 plus 23? 33. I'm calling one more function also. What is that? Test. Okay. So there may be a question. Shall I access directly the test? It will throw an error. So reason, it is not a static method, it's a normal method. So what I have to do, you have to create a object. Okay, by the help of object only data member can be accessed, non-static methods and all. How to create the object? Class name, mobile phone. Okay, I'm giving Redmi equal to new mobile phone. After this, I'm calling this function. So Redmi dot. Now the problem is solved out. Check the output. So what's the output? First line number, because of line number 13, that company registration code 23 is printing. After the 10 plus 23, 33. Again, I'm calling the function readme.test, so it can able to access it. Now read that statement. I already told you that static variable can access from, okay, how they are access from the main method. See here, from the main method, I'm accessing company registration code directly. After that, normal methods. So this is the normal method I'm accessing. From another class also you can access it. That is what they are giving conclusion. So example, static variable, how they belong to the class, how they are accessed from in method, all these things are proof for that. Okay, second one, we already discussed this method. Next, what is company registration code? Belong to one copy exists shared by all other objects. Okay, so static can directly access the static members. No object is required. I will tell you. This is why main method is also static. So automatically it will be called. Okay, the time of JVM loading, main function will be called because object creation is not required. Object creation is not required. So directly this method will be called. Memory is also saved. Next, another one. Non-static methods can access it. Yes, we tried. Best practice, this is the important thing. Best practice, always use the class name dot data member. Okay, class name dot static variable names. Why? Means single class not an issue. Multiple class if you are using, then you'll face this issue. Multiple class if you are using, you'll face this issue. Okay, wait. Even here also, if you're using the class name, that's a good practice. Then only can understand, okay, this is a static variable, this is a static variable. See, another one method, I'm another one class I'm going to use it, then you'll be facing the issue. Wait. Yes, class test I'm giving. See here, for bottom I'm using. See here, if I'm not using this mobile phone, directly I'm using means, see the, it will throw an error because class test don't know about what is this mobile phone, what is that company registration code. Test class don't know what is this company registration code, it is unknown. Okay, so to Understanding purpose, now we are giving the mobile phone dot, that is this class name, because object creation is not required for static data member, so I'm using the class name. This time it is mandatory to use the class name mobile phone dot company registration code, then only you can able to access it. I'm running this code, check the output. So 23, 33, 23, again the output. Whether this method has been called, that is the important thing. Okay, it is not called, so then call this Redmi dot, sorry, wait. So which method? This method. Correct. So where it is present, test. So I have to create the object for test equal to new test of. Next I'm calling that test dot method name. What is that? Get data. See output. 10, sorry, 33. What I'm doing is 23, 33, 23. Again this method will be called. So flag is 10, company registration code is 23. This is what the required output. See 23, because of this line number 13. Again adding means what is that? 33. And then Redmi dot test means company registration code. What is that? 23. This 23 is printed. After that, what I'm doing, I'm calling this get data. So this method will be called flag value is 10. Here same class means class name is not required to mention the static variable flag test dot flag optional. But another class name, that is another class static variable, if you're using, you have to give the static variable class name. What is that? Mobile phone. So mobile phone dot company registration is required. If you're using another class static variable means definitely you should use the class name. This is about that static variable. If memory is not required here. So simple thing. If you're using the mobile phone company, so registration number is static. Example, the model is common for all phones. Maybe the company name for same for all. Our company registered ID license number is same for all phones, but IME number will be differs. It is not suitable for instance. Am I right? So we can't give all the variables as a static variable. This is the problem with that. Can't give all the variables as a static one. So we'll discuss with some real-time examples. These are the interview questions. Without static variable, what will happen? Without static variable, what will happen? One minute. Mobile phone is there. Okay. Here also mobile phone is available. Here also mobile phone instead of counter. Here also mobile phone. Okay. So I'm changing the constructor name as mobile phone. See the output. So first what will happen? So mobile phone is a class name. Instance variable is count. So what will happen? The memory area. So mobile phone class is there. This time what is happening? Count variable is there. Data member. So it will be stored where? In this class area itself. Okay, count. It will not allocate memory. Okay, it will not allocate memory. I'm deleting the remaining things. Okay, it will not allocate memory. So When it will allocated means at the time of object creation. I'm creating the object now, new mobile phone. So it will be called here. Already in the memory, what is that? Count plus plus. So now only it will allocate the memory. So count value will be there. What is that? The time of object creation, it will be allocated. So what's the value now? 0. Because it is already initialized. 0. After increment, what's the count value now? 1. Okay. After increment, value is 1. Okay. So object created count 1 will be printed. Next time C2. So again count value will be here. It will not allocate in the memory. Okay, so it is freshly newly started. So previous one is deleted. So still now it is in the class area only. After creating the object C2 equal to new mobile phone only, it will get the memory. What is that count value now? 0. So freshly started 0. Again, now only the constructor will be called mobile phone count plus plus means, so already it is 0. After increment, what is that? 1. So object created 1. After this, memory will be erased. Okay, allocated memory is erased. Now again it is in the class only. After creating this object only, memory will be allocated. Count value is what is that initially? 0. Now the constructor is called. We already discussed in our previous session. At the time of object creation, only constructor will be called. Count value is already 0. So after increment, what is that? 1. So now incremented to 1. So 3 times. Firstly, memory will be allocated. 3 times. Newly memory will be allocated. That's the reason we are getting the output as 1 1 1. See the output. Okay. Each attempt memory will be get. In case if I'm using the static, see here, if I'm using the static, check the output. This object creation is not required. Yeah, object creation is not required. I'm executing this, see the output. 1 2 3. It is not required here. Okay, object creation is not required. Simply it is called. Okay, what is happening? Look here. So constructor first time C1 is coming. Static variables method area. This count variable will be added. Okay, in method area only this static variable will be present. What is that? Count. Assume that this is the method area. So I'll use static variable means it will allocate only once. It won't allocate each and every time. It won't allocate each and every time. Okay, so count equals 0. So first time constructor is called at the time of object creation. Okay, so count value is already 0. After increment, what is that? 1. So already it is 0. After increment, it is 1. Okay, so it will not delete its memory. It won't erase its memory. Still value is there. Object created count 1 is present. Again, I'm creating the constructor. Okay, I'm creating the object. So newly object is created, constructor is called. Again, this count equals 0 will not be executed. This is the difference between normal variable, that is instance, and static variable. Static variable means only once memory will be allocated. So again C2 is called means count value already it is 1 in the memory. After increment, what is now? 2. Again constructor is called, count will be incremented. Already what is that? 2. After increment, what is that? 3. After that, what is that? 3. Are you clear? After that, what is that? 3. So that's the reason we are getting the output as object created, count value is 1, count value is 2, count value is 3. I hope you are clear with this. This is the important discussion about the static variable. If you found the session useful, then like the video, subscribe the channel for more update, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.